Okay, so they said at 25 degrees Celsius, 10 gram of calcium carbonate dissolved in 500 centimeter cube of water. Calculate the solubility of calcium carbonate in gram per dm cube at 25 degrees Celsius. Now, I know that you guys may also be confused about this particular question, but when you are dealing on solubility, what you have to check first of all is the volume given. Also, this volume is one important thing. If the volume is bigger, if it's above 100, or like let's say 100, 200 or so, you have to convert it to dm cube. Like now, there's a question that we did that is something that is kind of similar to this, and also in gram per dm cube there was a formula I gave you guys. So that is mass over molar mass times 1000 over 1. So you can only use this one only if the volume given is less than 100. But now looking at this question, the volume here is 500 centimeter cube. That is like half of 1000, half of a 1000 centimeter cube. That is half of 1 dm cube. So we can't just ignore this one, because since this volume is big, we have to convert it to dm cube. So I want to use this formula. Now 500 centimeter cube dissolve 10 gram of calcium carbonate. Now 500 centimeter cube dissolve 10 gram of calcium carbonate. So what I will do is that I will divide both sides by 500. Divide this by 500. This cancel this. So I have 1 centimeter cube, that is 10 over 500. Now 1 dm cube equals to 1000 centimeter cube. So I'll times it by 1000 times 1000. So 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0. 5 here 1, 5 in 10, 2. 10 times 2, that is 20 gram per dm cube. Now if a question like this is given, first of all, like I said, is to check the volume given. If the volume is bigger or it is smaller, make sure it is, if it is less than 100, you can go for this formula. But if it's bigger, like 200 up to 100, don't go for this formula, because it won't work. Because this formula, you won't have to change this one to dm cube, so you have to go through this one. 500 centimeter cube dissolved in 10 gram of calcium carbonate. Divide both sides by 500 to get your gram per dm cube. So this is for question 1.